born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Monday afternoon, June 5th, 2023. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become a successful currency trader. And we do that by teaching you how to trade with our proprietary trading indicator, which has been around for almost a quarter of a century. And it is very, very accurate. And the purpose of this demonstration is to show you how accurate it is and to see if we can find a trade. We've got a dozen different trade strategies that you can use using these signals. And the one I'm going to focus on today is something called the 10-point trade on the 1-hour chart. So with that, let's jump right in. I first need to let you listen to this guy, and then we can get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trades. It gives you an opportunity. One, it's a teaching moment, and two, it gives you an opportunity to see how accurate the tools are when someone who knows how to trade with them uses them. And when you become a regular member, in addition to the live trades that you have access to through me, which is on Monday afternoon right now, and Tuesday and Thursday morning at 6:30 a.m., plus the daily trade setup that I send out every day around 4 o'clock, a little after 4. It gives you the opportunity to see how well things work. When you become a member, we do a live trade every morning at 10 a.m. We also do another live trade every evening at 10 p.m. And what helps you get better is kind of the continual improvement, having someone who acts as an accountability coach and is constantly working with you to up your game. I like to trade off of a little checklist, make sure I'm not forgetting anything, even though I've been doing this now for about 4 years. Sometimes I still, get busy or get distracted. So by just going through my checklist, it helps kind of keep me grounded. Every day, good habit is to restart your green chart so that it clears out the memory on your computer and also picks up any updates that might have been done. The program's constantly being tweaked with to improve its speed, improve its how it operates. I find a good habit every day is not just in trading, but in life in general, is to kind of do a little review of the day. What could have gone better, specifically on trading? What trades didn't go the way you wanted? to actually go back and take a look and see what it was that you were looking at the time. And our trade simulator allows you to do that, and why it might have gone the other way. And frequently, not 100% of the time, but frequently, I will see a mistake that I made. And if you have attended these often, you'll see when I do make a bad trade, I will go back and try to figure out why I did it, and we'll do that together. We are technical traders, which means we are trading strictly based on the price action. We are not trading on the news. People who trade on the news are considered fundamental traders. We are trading on the price action, but we do want to know when there are prospective news events so that we can trade around them, be out of the market when those news events happen, because we can't predict how the market's going to move in those times. So to do that, we go to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories. One, yellow is low impact, orange is medium impact, and red is high impact. These red guys we want to stay away from, and ideally I like to be out of the market 2 hours beforehand so that I don't get caught up in the backdraft of what's going on. Usually on announcements like where it's a pre-published number, the number starts to leak a little bit beforehand and starts impacting the market before the indicators can pick it up. So we have clean bill here. Australian dollar has got a couple red items at 12:30 our time. Any trade that we take now, we would be done with by 12:30, because that's almost 9 hours away. So we don't need to worry about this today. So we've got clear sailing. So with that, let's jump in. Now, one last thing here. The trade I'm going to do is something called the 10-point trade signal. When we train you, as I said, we've got a dozen different signals. We're going to create a trade plan that focuses on your availability to trade, your risk preferences, that's customized to you. In this, I am trading off of a 1 hour chart versus, say, the 5-minute chart that we use in the trial. I like to be 30 minutes into the chart, have it have a chance to form. I am looking for, on a 1 hour chart, I am looking for anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And my sweet spot is 10, 11 pips. So if I can do that 3 times a day, I am doing pretty well. On a 1 hour chart, I'm expecting the trade to close within 1 to 3 hours. So I'm going to get in and get out. And basically what this strategy tries to do is get all the lines from all 3 sections of the chart to line up. And when I do, I've got a good trade. So with that, let's jump in. The chart I am going to be trading off of is something called the Light 6 Major. It's one of the standard layout charts. It is a composite chart where it's showing me 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1 hour chart. And on this first chart, they're all USD based pairs. And I'm going to start with the middle section of the chart, which we call the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. Black and gray line is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line here is the oversold line. So I'm looking for situations where these lines, the major lines and the minor lines, are below the oversold line. So the market's oversold. That becomes a buying opportunity. And the timing for the buying opportunities when all the lines are going up. They're below the red line and going up. And this horizontal blue line is the overbought line. So I could also look for situations where the lines are above the blue line and all going down, and then take a ride, ride it through the channel on the way down. So here, minors are oversold and coming up, but majors are still in the channel going down. So I've got nothing. I want them all either below the line going up or above the line coming down. So I don't have that here. Euro USD overbought. Majors are coming down. Minors are going up. So I don't have agreement between the two. Pound USD. Pound USD. Overbought. Everybody's coming down. Minors have gone more than halfway. Majors are just entering the channel. And then there's three elements I'm looking for. One, that we were overbought. Two, that they're all going down, which we have. And three, that the red line is crossed over the top of the green and the black line is crossed over the top of the gray. So I've got the 3 points I'm looking for. I don't mind that the minors have kind of run almost 3/4 of the way through the channel. I do like that the majors are just entering the channel. And I like the slope on the green line. It's a little bit greater than 45 degrees. So I've got 3 points here. When I have 3 points here, I jump up to the TNTs and I take a look at how many of these lines. There's 4 lines here: the thick orange, the thin orange, the thick blue, and the dotted blue. Agree with what I'm seeing here, which says sell. So thick orange is going down. That's an agreement. Thin orange is going up. So I may have one of the 2 oranges in agreement. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue is going up, that means sell. So a thick blue is going up, dotted blue is going down. So I only have 2 of the 4 lines telling me sell. With 2 of the 4, I need 3 of the 4. So this is enough to get me to pass. And when I go down to the pressure, if I like here, usually I stop looking. I don't need to go to the pressure. But when I do go to the pressure, I've got up pressure, but the red line is on top. The red line on top means that is worth a point or 2, or that's worth a point, not a point or 2, but it's worth a point. But I don't have agreement here with the TNTs. And if I can get agreement across all 3 sections, that gives me the highest probability that the move is going to go in the direction I want. And if I can predict the direction of the move, I can generally get 10 pips out of it off of a 1-hour chart. So, but the key is waiting till I see the setup that I like. So right now, this is off a little bit. So let's see what else we've got. USD Canadian dollar. We're more than halfway through the channel. The green line is almost overbought. So I'm going to pass. But this is something that I would have liked to, when this signal was here 2 hours ago, I'm going to ride it through the channel. And that's worth, that would have given me 11 pips. And it's not done going through. It's going to probably go up a little bit more. Dollar Swiss franc oversold. Everybody's going up. I've got the double cross where the green is crossed over on top and the gray is crossed over the black. So 3 points here. The green line is going from less steep to more steep. The green line is also a little bit greater than 45 degrees in terms of the steepness of the line. So when I say 45 degrees, if you think about kind of a right angle, 45 degrees bisects the right angle. So this is a little steeper than 45 degrees. So 3 points here. 2 orange lines going up. Very, very, very little, but they are sloped up. Thick blue coming down. So I've got 3 of the 4 here. And I have down pressure with green on top. And the lines are diverging. So this is suggesting it's almost ready to roll. So I've got a point here, 3 points here, 3 points here. Only thing I don't like about it is I would like this to be a little closer to the red line. The two major lines are a little closer to going in, but that's okay. Now, the other issue here, but we're going to take a look. The other issue here is in Switzerland. Switzerland's maybe 6 or 7 hours ahead. So it is, 11 o'clock in Switzerland. When you're trading off of a 1 hour chart, you want there to be active trading going on, and we're at the end of the day for the USD, 3:30. There's really only an hour left, hour and a half left. So my concern is that it's going to take a while for this move to happen. We're not going to get it in the 1 hour that we've got this setup for. But when I do see the setup, my next step is, we've got the 3 points from the majors, we get the 3 points from the TNTs, and we get the point from the pressure, is to confirm the setup. And I'm going to confirm the setup by going to a 2 and a 4 hour chart. So we've got a buy on the USD Swiss franc. So to look at the full chart, USDCHF. In this chart, rather than showing me different pairs, it's showing me one pair with different time zones or different time frames. So here's what we were just looking at. Here is the 2 hour chart, which and the 4 hour chart. And what I'm really looking for is I want to see that we're oversold on both of these. It doesn't need to be turned up, but I want it to be oversold. So we have that. We're oversold. And the reason I want that is if this takes a little bit longer to happen, I'll still get the move, but it'll just take longer. So usually a move on a 2 hour chart is going to take between 2 and 6 hours. And the move on a 4 hour chart is going to take between 4 and 12 hours. Now, if I were trading off the 2 hour chart, I'd be looking for more pips. But this serves as my backup that I'll still get this, but it'll just take a little bit longer to go on. So I like this. So let's save this. Then the next thing I need to determine is what's the trade worth. And to determine what the trade is worth, I am going to open up a clean chart with just candles on it. And let's see, USD CHF. Wow. Looks like there was some news here today. So this is just a clean chart. So I want to know where the support and resistance is, because that creates the boundaries of which I'm going to trade within. And I want to know what the trend is. Well, here we've got pretty clearly an uptrend, but we got a buy signal. So let's drop some support and resistance in on here. And I spread the chart out so I get more data points. To draw my lines on. So it seems to stop in here, stopped in here, stopped over here, stopped over here. These lines tend to be about 30, 40 pips apart. Let's see. So 90, 57 to 91. So that's about 40 pips. But we're even below this, so let's drop one more in. So right in here a little bit, in here, over here, over here. So now that we've got this, and when I said wow a second ago, usually kind of rare to see, there must have been some news because this gapped. Usually you don't see a gap in the candles. Sometimes you see that like on a Sunday night when the market opens. And usually when you see it on a Sunday night, you can trade back to the gap, to where the gap was. Then I want to know, so in the long term, when we were looking at the long term, we saw that this was an uptrend. Here it's not quite as evident. This is kind of sideways, up, down, up, kind of down. But overall, when we were looking at the larger time frame, we were definitely trading into an uptrend. Reason I want to know the trend is if I'm trading with the trend, I'm going to take more pips than if I'm trading against the trend, because I don't want to get caught with it moving away from me. Even though it's the trend is up, trend is buy, I don't want to take you can still make money while on small sells in the uptrend, but you don't want to get stuck with it moving away from you and then getting holding the bag and getting stopped out. So I want to know how much we've got to here. So we got about 13 pips up and 14 pips down, 15 pips down. Let's see. I'm just curious. Let's just see what happened here. This is a Fibonacci, which replicates, named after the mathematician Fibonacci, who figured out that these percentages replicate themselves in nature and all sorts of things, and they tend to show retracements in the movement of stock prices. So if this is 0, things retrace back to 38%. All right, I think I like this enough where let's just go back and take one more look at it. While we've been talking, this line has gotten much closer to the red line. When we first started talking, it was gapped and the steepness on this increased. Let's go ahead and we're going to take an 11 pip buy on the USD Swiss franc. 11 pip buy on the USD Swiss franc. So you can put that in your simulator, or if you're using MetaTrader 4, we're going to open up, I don't have USD Swiss franc on here, so I'm going to do File, New Chart, USD Swiss franc is in this third group, and it's right up here at the top. So we're going to open up a tab. I'm going to move this over so that it is on a 1 hour chart. And I'm going to then go to the second row, go to new order, and I'm going to click on it. And this is a demo account. It's got a little over $10,000 in it. So I am going to, my lot size can be, if I move this decimal spot over four spots, I go to a 1.01. So I can go anywhere from half of 1.01 to double it. I am going to just go at the 1.01 so that I can have two open trades, because we're going to be taking a couple more trades in just a minute when this with the overnight trade. So I'm going to do a market buy. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to go to modify. And how many pips did I say? 10, 11. We'll go for 11. 11. If I put 11, 110 points equals 11 pips. You just add an extra 0 to go from pips to points. And if I click on the blue button, it does the math for me to give me the take profit. And we're going to use a 3-to-1. So we're going to go to 33 pip stop loss. And I'm going to click the copy as button, which is 33 pip stop loss is 330 points. Click the copy as button. It does the math for me. And I click the big blue button, modify, and it drops my take profit and stop loss in. And I want to make sure I can see both. So we did a buy on the USD Swiss franc with a take profit of 0.90688, take profit of 0.960688, and a stop loss of 0.90254. All right, so we took one trade using the 10-point signal. This may not close till probably closer to midnight because it's so late in the afternoon. Midnight will be morning in Switzerland, and it'll start to move, and it'll retrace back some of that down move. And that brings us right to the end of this, to the tail of this candle. So I like that. So we're good here. So let's see what else we've got. Move this off to the side. Let's start to take a look at the overnight trade. The overnight trade, I like to wait till it's 4 o'clock. So we've got another 2 minutes. But what I take a look at is here. This is a chart on just the Euro USD, and I've got 6 time periods on here: 1 hour, a 2 hour, a 4 hour, an 8 hour, a 12 hour, and a 1 day. And I am specifically interested on what's going on the 1 day. And this is a little bit of a modified version of the 10-point. And I am looking at just what the green line is doing. And here, the green line is going down. So that's telling me sell. And I get support for the sell on the 12 hour. And usually I like to have support all the way back to the 8 hour. But the 8 hour has turned up for a buy. 4 hours telling me buy. 2 hours telling me buy, and 1 hour is telling me sell. So here, right now, it's a pass on the overnight on the Euro USD, and it's a pass because I only have the 12 hour supporting it, And even though this is down, if all three of these were down, I would take an 11 pip sell. But with the 8 hour going up and this not being that steep on the day chart, the green line not being that steep, I'm going to pass. When all three are there, it's good. And if all four are there, it's great. But we don't have that here. So let's see what we've got on the, well, actually we get another 4 seconds. Let's see what happens. We're a little early. All right, so we're going to pass. So let's see what we got on the pound yen. Oh, the same thing. Wow. All right. So on the day chart, we're in the channel, about a third of the way into the channel. Everybody's going, the green line's going down. It's going down pretty steeply. So this is telling me sell. 12 hours telling me sell. 8 hour, though, is telling me up. Four hours flat, 2 hours up, 1 hour is down. No, and we got, and this is mixed too. Well, gang, it doesn't look like we have an overnight trade that I want to take tonight. No overnight trade that I want to take tonight. I want to have this going back at least to here to recommend it. So only trade we took today was the trade off of the 1 hour chart. It was a buy on the USD Swiss franc with a take profit of 0.90688. 90688, stop loss of 90254. We will do another live trade again tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for joining me. The live trade tomorrow morning will be at 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow evening, I will not be sending out an overnight trade because I'll be on my way up to Boston, going back to visit, get a wedding to go to. So I'll be traveling tomorrow, and then hopefully Wednesday will be back on track where I'm able to send out the overnight trades. So there'll be no overnight trade email tomorrow, but we will do the live trade in the morning, and I'm heading off right after that live trade. So see you tomorrow morning. Good trading. Trading has been